And the main editorial, you know, can say, a Benjamin for a Clusac, or Matia, bear Nan and San. No matter channing na say, why we be a buying emfa Emma or more. Na ye should me be say mono. Almost say why we need the neutrality allowance. And then you may ask me be say, what is neutrality allowance? The case neutrality and saying neutrality is obedient fin. Onko benkum ana onko nifa onko ta obi achi ana se nyentie obi wudi ogira finfin neutrality allowance. Na the funny thing and say deputy minister for employment and labor relations onimonyam for bright reku brobi ene central for ekasai na ye bisa ne say sa neutrality allowance amoka wansem kra aboa ben. Because ye knew I am saying in nursing training alawa, in teacher training alawa, ye nim you tag for any nekeka home. Na neutrality way abwa bang. Change them more day by or say the Deputy Employment and Labor Relations Minister, Bright Rekubrobi, says the allowance payment will reinforce the group's commitment to be neutral. It means Aban say sa alawa we na obo de be ma aye adwumafo ni demand enti omako strike omunye adwuma na wo pay government services wo government institutions ahodo abeko na adwumani bi eni ho watimi aboa wo no wo se sa allowance we be ma omagina mfimfin omunko MPP omunko CPP omunko NDC omunya amanyeso omagina mfimfin enti oto aso say he said although government has agreed to pay the allowance, the name for the allowance has not been firmed up completely. Or say abaya jiatum say allowance we obetua. Say neutrality allowance we no obetua. Name o medina daso no. And aso mo problem kakra e wo ho neutrality allowance no. E me say enye de e wo maso name mo aban ajiatum say obetua say sika no e de amaomo. Na ye hwa de why neutrality allowance for closac? I didn't know the closac for demanding neutrality allowance. Sa sika no say almost aban tuama almost and so me aban dwuma for no. DNT no almost aban tuama mo. Tienche mo de buy. For them, they way a deputy minister as for them, they make a case that they cannot attend any political program. Therefore, do not get anything from the political landscape. And then they are committed to staying neutral and will not get any form of allowances or whatever. Enchiremu aban di aba neutrality allowance ye ka wasem nyina ne say omanfo mu ye adwuma wa aban so ye say ye political party MPP for your madwuma NDC for your campaign CPP obi aye ne de ekwadonko obi aye ne de a esan so madwuma mo ye aban adwuma ntino ye sim obi amfa no nkodo amanyosem eni ntino omu nyamfaso obi amfiri sa amanyoko bia no ye NDC ni ankokoko ye NDC adwuma bia nko betime nya bibi kakra podwe ebia no ye MPP ni ankokoko ye sa MPP adwuma bia ono so betime nya bibi kakra atimi apodwe na so enam say yaka say wo ya ba adwuma ni a woni hu kwan say okokko ye sa adwuma ni bintino sa mfaso de ene adodode a ewo amanyosem a ye o man Ghana no omu nya bi eni ntino yemfa sa sika we enyem patasika emfa ema omo eye allowance ne yemfa nyem patasika emfa ma omo entini tintini ni tia wa nyina ne say yentua sa sika ne mfa ma omo esan say omu ntimi nyu omanim enye MPP NDC CPP PNC anase LPG ewo mo ahweye enti alawa no enu anu no otu aso say they are deprived of those things and therefore government must help them to stay neutral. Omo chesa adodia obi koye MPP obi koye NDC obi koye CPP a wonya no omo no munya bi enti wo se aban eboa omo mutimi gina mfinfin pa omutimi hye omo so gina mfinfin rade hu yamabo. So that allowance is what they have put forward and we have agreed that we have to look at this, but it is not firmly agreed on the name to give to it. But this is the rationale. We, a deputy minister na small can say abaya gye atum say yes close agfo ska we de be ma mo na mmomedi na da so no na say hwehwe abaya so kakra nti so nko metimi a wompese mo be yen sakra bi e de ewom enti say de osi hu no enti that's the question. Enti if you don't know now person obisa say yaka say neutrality allowance ye kan wasema enti since last week be si ne abaya adwuma for close agfo etu etia na neutrality allowance ni nyina say ye di mfasika ma abaya adwuma for say de be ya omonkoye MPP no omonkoye NDC nyame anim no krani ena nwumre ana wia na bra metena sia me ready ebisa me ho several questions getting tired in painful bisa me say neutrality award we allowance we say no. The question maybe some say Ghana sebi are we sick? Sebi Ghana yare. That's the question I ask myself. Is Ghana justifying corruption? Ghana institutionalizing corruption. Normalizing corruption. Legalizing corruption. And these are the questions about me too. Yes, aban adwuma fo am ye adwuma mo man Ghana ye ni mo bra mo bre. Though yes Ghana nye yi nyina ye moa because yes mo nkwa adwuma ntem. Mo kwa adwuma kra ta ma wo se mo pon 5 no mo. Na ma pon. Already ukwa adwuma na so akolate. Wasa pon ntem. Eno na nchen yes do na kwa mo de aban PC na mo de browse mo nya hwe na masoro abetena fie. Ti de bia politicians bo mutiri so se munti e na Ghana yentumi enye ebi adom ka ne nokre ba me de bi hyeda no mo nya adwensa do se mo mbuwa mo ye busuefo ye nimsa mo bre esanse ye hwe adwuma a civil servant aba adwuma fo mo ye na ye de toto politicians ho a na ye hwe politicians aketua na ye hwe maketua ye hu se mo de ne yade e wo fom ye hwe the kind of benefit to be a politician for just 4 years or be adwuma no kwa MP ex gratia ye de ma omo president ex gratia to the extent say ye ntua the vice president the president wives yentu omu nyina ka omu house help omu cooks omu gardeners bibia even wardrobe allowance en fam omu nya de tutumo civil servant a obekwa ahomegye mu agise wanya 60 years no a de bia ehu se momo de no sebi Ghana is not treating you well ye bom pa se betimi apija masetinam na nka musum sika no matumi anya bie but this is not the best way to go. I will not stand here and say this neutrality allowance makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me in a sense that you be yemfa na mebe ntuto ansa na wo kwa akope abaya dwuma no wo vie school na wo kosua nimde no ye wa ankrankra dwuma anka wa betimi di wonsa no adwuma bi wo si wonye okay ye wa ankrankra dwuma kuo a betimi apply for job so wo mpe enti wo de also be abaya dwuma e na wo apply ana aban amo adwuma aban mo adwuma no so be civil servant no wo say ubeye medwuma dia ensese woye amanyosem you are not supposed to do active politics entimenhye ne se adwuma na mede ma nemmom hwe no meye MPP NDC CPP ewa aban aso ya ha esan se aban de osum amanyuku nyina ewo mamu MPP CPP whatever osum bia enti se MPP aban po ne teso a na sede se obayi kwama Ghana for including NDC your main opponent etimi afaso bie se NDC na teso a oso otimi si hospital na se nanado kra ne MPP your main opponent ho dodo na ontim kosa no enti abaso ye de ye nya politics musi yo waje atum wa sign appointment letter na the man was sign waje atum appointment letter be the man wa ye ma wo soe say de wo mu nyina megini nyina tum na wa sign na afi wa hye adwuma se mugiri tum afi wa koye adwuma na kodu ba bia wo se yemfa taxpayers money including me taxpayers money yemfa ntua oka to be neutral and the government is saying say yes omo age atum. I'm highly disappointed. This is worse than corruption. This is worse than say abandi say bio draft akoto parliament say afedi emrahye bedwafo bomfa monsa hyase na anyintum say kankan plani dream officially ajetum obi anyi demde o memu. This is worse than that. Because already nipa ne koye adwuma no eda ho say wontimi nya active politics wo ho na fe okodu wa na we adwuma ni wi a we say we should pay you with taxpayers money to be neutral. We are just going to pay people to be hypocrites. We are just paying hypocrites nyachomfo. Nipa ni MPP ni nothing will change. Na civil servants wanna catch them some politics. Go to ECG office. Say bedu abatu oswa. Go to Ghana Water Company. Go to all the state institutions. From the reception to the director. Wonya ni di nkwa ba ku mienu miensa be hu abanyuko a odam. Enti wo politics no mo ye dada. So we going to pay them just to keep quiet. So omunye MPP, omunye NDC. To me, it doesn't. We are just paying people to be hypocrites. We are just paying hypocrites. Ye tua nya atwum sika ene de ama nkrofo. Yes, ye tua nya atwum sika. Already government bi aba eye normal. Civil servant ne for ye fa na government ne de nkrofo de aba. And JPP board de nkrofo beba. NDC super de nkrofo beba. And MPP for na was until there is likely event so go state institutions ahodo a ye benya MPP element bebre e ho because when NDC was leaving power omun crop na ban we ban ye keke dodo na out and the likely events the local government institutions are MPP for dodo na ho. Now these same MPP people working in government institutions say we should pay them because omun timi nyu omani mko party rally. Omuntimi nyu omani nkonko party campaign. So we should pay them. And the government has agreed. Say yes, the man can talk me and make sense. I'll pay you money so that you keep neutral. Those say party out to manage their name and the government has agreed. If you pay this money to this civil servant, then equally we have to pay military for neutrality allowance. Because military must be active politics. We have to pay Ghana Police Service. We have to pay them neutrality allowance. Because Ghana Police Service also active politics. All the security agencies in this country, we have to pay them this allowance because they deserve it. Because none of the state institutions is allowed say on active politics. And I dare you, a government agree and approve these allowances. No much as we receive here. Very soon, all these institutions will also start almost demand this neutrality allowance from the state. Then GTV, GBC, Ghana, GBC, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Ejuma efo nyina, awoso amusu sunya sa alawaibi. Yes, also Msunya Sala Wabi, because almost deserve it. You see a job for being neutral. So some of us, some of them, we know baby Omutumi Ejina politically. We have to pay them. Ajimbena Abana Junior, what went through? The thinking when they go through. Our government so yes, Musama Moka this neutrality allowance, it makes sense. So government has already agreed. Now thinking about changing the name, but the meaning or the purpose is the same. We are paying them to be neutral. How? And nobody seems to be talking about it. Or more fighting against corruption. Nobody is talking about it. What is corruption than this? Corruption ben a chewe. Ejuma okwa koye ejuma dada. Waje atum se won kon koye politics e wo ho. Na won koye ejuma ni wi a wo sase ensa ma oska foforo. Said the be a wonya active politics wo. And the government of the day has agreed. And nobody is talking about it. Bosobe swa mekwa kwaji mi pay ni atini boom income tax. Bosobe swa mekwa kwaji mi pay no yati boom ya de kwa dey income tax. Na de say income tax ni kwa kotua a party aparachi bi na kwa kwase government institution in the name of civil servant. Ni aside Mrs. Kani kotua ne kasa onye neutral. Meanwhile, some Crofoya now consensus ahodo on mobilizing Yama Edeba. We are jokers. And if government approve and give this money to them, it means this government has officially legalized corruption in this country. The government just says equally all the state agencies, including military, security agencies, they also almost deserve it. Then Ghana for and Central for those say enya adwuma ma ban for enya aban so ayabana said yes say obenya media o me neutral. The government should consider paying us neutrality said the beya me begina ha me be NDC me MPP because say na o say ye no netimi neutral. I was aban here Christian Council, Muslim community, let's pay them. It doesn't make sense. The whole thing doesn't make sense. If you want to help the civil servant, sometimes will be called retirement krana the retirement benefit de mano no ntimi nsi single room emfa ma no yenim say nye we are praying that the government should rather think saban will be the yema civil servant we are try to get them a house mechanism scheme, a housing scheme. Help them build. Let them secure future for themselves and their family. Sabani person improve our lives, sir. Okay, now we to market to 4%. Almost enough. Add more to it. If the government come out to say, or increase civil servants for by 1,000%, to me it makes sense. Saban beka say or increase civil servant abedwuma for ketua by 10,000%. So be oje net 10 or 80,000 Ghana cedis. Saban ka say do be charge 10,000, to me it makes sense because they deserve it because omo na ye oman adwuma. But to me it does not make sense and it will never make sense. The government to even 1 Ghana cedis at the master abedwuma and say I'm paying you this money to be neutral. To me it doesn't make sense. Are we paying the Supreme Court judges a neutrality fee? Are we paying because the judicial service, are we paying them? Do we pay them to be neutral? Do we? Then what happened? Who doesn't know in this country? So we are Benjamin active politics. Who doesn't know? Who doesn't know so you are Benjamin impona person active politics? You must resign. Who doesn't know? DNT ashishe mraso person koye politics for adwuma ni to us Benjamin ni na fe koye politics. Who doesn't know? So how can you say the same person we should pay that same person money? Nipa no kwa adwuma na ya say he or she cannot do active politics, and now the government's agreed to pay. It's so funny. Now I think said the government should think twice because this flimsy empty explanations of it doesn't make sense. Then what's the essence of bringing the Supreme Special Prosecutor, giving him 170 million, 180 million to fight corruption when you are legalizing corruption? Because there's nothing corruption than this. There's nothing corruption than this. All the civil servants will be on an appointment letter. Na enhwese appointment letter no state say we civil servant awuntimi nya active politics will be an appointment letter bra ne enhwe. So how can the appointing authority, who is the government, one man employee na adwuma, which is the civil servant, waka che say memo adwuma na mom ntimi nya politics adwuma ni na te ase no, say adwuma ni na be ka kira ban say afa de tuameka na menyina mfimfi say menya mpipi menya ndi say, and the same appointing authority, who is the employer, who is the government, say yes, the wo kan nyansa ewum, I'm going to pay you that money. It doesn't make sense. The government should reconsider the decision. The government should think, say, close for a person more improve or more condition of service. Give us a tangible reason. My reason I say you are draining yansa a womb. You know some market you know some assistant but more person more improve more conditions of service. Give us something sensible. Reason yansa womb. Na Ghana for sebi a comedy in no yanka say yes, a comedy in adie. Na so mo kana draining yansa womb tine. Me yan face kan ko boamo. You can't come and tell me say emfa me market ya tie. Me had earn money, income, IRTS, income tax, emetua neutrality, allowance. Minim say we are Benjuma dear, but we MPP ni. Minim say ya Benjuma, we NDC ni. Yan sanfa misika metua oka for being NDC and MPP, but just keeping quiet, just acting hypocritical. So we are MPP, unya NDC. Meanwhile, meaning ubi any. Who does he know? Who does he know? So to me, this doesn't make sense. If the government means so of fighting against corruption, then the government should think twice. If the government goes ahead to give this money to them, say neutrality allowance, there's nothing corruption than this. And I want to find out which country, say the day be a COVID-19, yakofa Oman radio so, yakofa Nigeria, yakofa USA, yakofa France, Oman ben the government workers. Neutrality Award, America for tria. Ebia me menko America da, menko UK da, menko France, menko can say all this country, US ni wo momka, menko hoda. Mo amako mpese me hu. Ye tua mo Neutrality Award ana, allowance ye tua mo ka, set for being neutral. Omukro mo ye developed country no, me bisa me ye tua mo ka. US ye tua mo ka na. obi ni mo ampacho obetimi asend WhatsApp ne dia pray. Because to me it doesn't make sense. If the government goes ahead to pay this allowance, corruption abana institutionalizing. Officially, you're legalizing corruption. There will be no need for us, a special prosecutor, to fight corruption because you're legalizing corruption in this country. This is another issue. I don't know what you think. You can also send your voice, WhatsApp message through the number there to screen. So.